So let's discuss the homework problem number 4 from section 1.4. It basically asks you to determine whether the given points, the list I have here, are those points on the graph of this expression. So when we say something is on the graph of an expression, that basically means the xy component you have here, if you plug into the original expression, it actually makes sense. If it makes sense, then you are supposed to put a dot, which is part of the graph of the equation. So let's take a quick look. In this case, you are talking about 3 times 3 is supposed to be 2 times 0 plus y. The only thing I did is I substituted the y component for 3, I substitute 0 for the y component, I substitute 0 for the x component. This basically makes sense. So yes, this point is on the graph of that expression. The next thing, let's try the same, is 1, where the y is the same as twice of negative 1 plus 3. Clearly it is equality, so yes, the point lies on the graph of that expression you have up there, 2x plus 3. The next thing, the y component is 12, the x component is 5, so it's 2 times 5 plus 3. Again, you keep replacing the x, y in your expression, and you realize they do not equal to each other, so no, the point 5, 12 does not lie on the graph of the equation. Last example, you have negative 4 is 2 times negative 1 plus 3, the same as negative 4. You need to make the decision yourself and figure it out. So basically, this is what we meant by a point on the graph of an expression. In other words, by plugging the x, y component into your expression, whether it's still true, it's a true equality or not. If it is a true equality, then it's satisfied. Then the point you have is on the graph. If we go backwards, if you were to sketch the graph of something given, what you could have done is just choose a whole family of numbers. For example, if x is 0, you may realize the y is supposed to be 2 times 0 plus 3, so 3. If x were negative 2 times 2 plus 3 is negative 1. If x were 10, you end up with 2 times 10 plus 3, which is 23. Therefore, the paired points were 0, 3, were negative 2, negative 1, and 10, 23. So by marking those points on your number line, okay, by marking those points on your number line, you can actually connect them and try to find the general description of the function or the mathematical expression you have in mind. So that's the connection. If a point satisfies the equation, then it's on the graph. If you have something on the graph, if you have the graph of y equals 2x plus 3, and you know the input is 7, you should be able to find the height because the height here should satisfy that. Therefore, it's 2 times 7 plus 3, which is 17. So you should be able to figure out this point has a height of 17. So it's 1 to 1. It's paired up.